With that, I want to introduce Brant Ringler, starting your second year as the Executive Director of the Bell Helicopter Armed Forces Bowl and one of the driving forces behind the military theme that we have with our bowl game. So Brant.
Thank you, Tim. First of all, welcome, gentlemen, to Fort Worth. Appreciate you guys being here and flying in from New York. We're very happy to have SMU Mustangs and the Army Black Knights be participating in our 8th annual Bell Helicopter Armed Forces Bowl. Very excited. We think it's going to be a great game. As you guys probably know, both these coaches, their programs are on the rise. The coaches have done a phenomenal job. Two contrasting styles, and we fully expect to see a great game on December 30th out at Ford Stadium. And I mentioned Ford Stadium because normally our home is at TCU, and we expect to be back here once they finish construction. But I want to especially thank SMU and their athletic director, Steve Orsini, and their staff for being phenomenal hosts for this bowl game. We were already working with SMU prior to having them in our game. And the staff has done a phenomenal job as far as putting everything together for the bowl. And we look forward to continue working with them. It's been a special time, and it'll be a special year in our history of our bowl game. It's not surprising, though, for us that we're already at a sellout. The last 3 years, we've averaged over 41,000 fans, and we've already sold out our allotment. Only remaining tickets are standing room only, which we've already sold 1,000 of those, and then the team tickets, those are, you can still get those to the teams. But we're not surprised by this. We think the community support continues to grow with this. It's mainly about the armed forces and the support of them, and the thank you that the community comes out to give to the armed forces. And we believe that's a real large reason why Bell Helicopter has continued to be our title sponsor. And we want to thank Bell Helicopter for continuing that relationship with us. And the CEO of Bell Helicopter is here today. It's John Garrison. And John, I wanted to answer a question you gave me a year and a half ago. First day I met John Garrison, he walks up to me, and I know his background. He's a West Point grad, 4-year letterman at West Point. He's like, when are we going to have Army? Well, I can now officially say we're going to have them on December 30th.
That's great.
John,
thanks, Brant. Well, Coach Jones and Coach Ellerson, on behalf of the 10,500 men and women of Bell Helicopter, we welcome you to our customer service center here at Alliance and to Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome. We're proud to sponsor this event, the 8th Annual Armed Forces Bowl. And we sponsor this event because it's an event that salutes the men and women of our armed forces and recognizes the sacrifices that they make on behalf of our country. And I'll just quote a couple statistics because we think this is important. As you may know, there are more than 350,000 servicemen and women that are deployed to more than 130 countries around the world today, including some 50,000 in Iraq and 90,000 in Afghanistan. Since combat operations have commenced in these areas in October of 2001, more than 5,700 American servicemen and women have given their lives in combat, and more than 40,000 have been wounded in action. This bowl game is to help celebrate that sacrifice that they've made. Both these coaches, I congratulate you for the outstanding job that you've done. Coach Jones, to go from 1-11 to 2 bowl games in 2 years is absolutely incredible, and it shows incredible leadership that you've been able to do with the SMU Mustangs. It's a storied tradition, a storied institution, and to lead them back to this level is absolutely phenomenal. Coach Ellerson, as an alma, as a grad, I thank you for what you've done, what you've been able to do in 2 years' time at the military academy, and lead us from the abyss to a bowl game is truly outstanding, and I thank you for that. As Brant said, I was fortunate enough to play for 4 years at West Point. I played for 3 head coaches in 4 years, so I understand the power of leadership and the importance of leadership. We never did have the opportunity to play in a bowl game, so we're delighted that for the 4th straight year that a service academy has been able to participate in the Armed Forces Bowl. And for me personally, having West Point here and then to have a great institution like SMU in the Dallas-Fort Worth area here is truly outstanding. So we're thrilled to have you here. And I just ask as we get in the excitement of the bowl game and that we do not lose sight of the men and women that are deployed around the world today in the defense of freedom, because that's what we're doing. And the other thing I'd ask is we think about the families, because we think sometimes about the servicemen, but a lot of times we forget about the families of the deployed servicemen and what they have to go through during the holiday season. So that's why we sponsored this event. That's why we're thrilled to have the service academies here, and Coach Jones thrilled to have SMU participate. So thank you, and we're looking forward to an outstanding game.